Hello everyone and welcome to the last chance qualifier for Gravis City. Of course, live from Nylacor. A few things we want to go over before we get underway. First off, two drivers that we thought were taking part of the main are not, and they are Matthew Evans and Allison Holiday. Allison Holiday, we don't know her timetable for return after she got a concussion after the round of Germany. Her replacement will be Entity Brown. And Matthew Evans broke his arm after his collision with the outside wall and has he's out at least until the Japanese tour. Because these are unforeseen circumstances, cars 56 and 10 will still be allowed to start in the main. So Entity Brown will be driving the 10 car, or excuse me, the 56 car, and the 10 car will be driven by Kaylee Zappa. The call, though, was made so late that Zappa had put the 60 into the LCQ. So Zappa will be running the main no matter what. However, she is trying to qualify the 60 for someone else that we do not know at the time. A few teams are protesting this, but I highly doubt anything's going to happen. Quick look at our LCQ starting grid. Nick Kane, driving for the Frank Walker team, is on the front row, followed by PA Racing's John Ox. Mikhail Sokolov made a good first impression at the US 500 before wiping himself out, and Christian Baller hopes to make his debut. Excuse me. Panders and Hendricks, both known names in the series. Same for Anselmi, he's a two-time champion. Matthias De Wolf is a Ferrari Formula X driver. He's running with the Scuderia Italia. Kart drivers Dave Lemon and James Alex make up the next row. Alex had an engine failure during qualifying and didn't really get a chance to show what he's worth. Zappa, like we mentioned, will be in the 10 car in the Grand Prix main, and Elka Gorgonov trying to make the field. She made the US 500 and she crashed it early on. Next row has a father and son pairing, and Lou Grainer and Dave Grainer. Grainer's a kart driver. Fred Jones, a former multiple-time champion, I think has the record for the most champions and most race wins, followed by Boyd. Cook and Tanner Hill teammates. Smithley, Bill Smithley, the father of Ace Smithley. If he can make it onto the grid today, for the Gravis City Grand Prix, he and Ace will be the first father-daughter couple, I guess, companion? I don't know. Father-daughter pairing to run any IRL race. And also worth noting, if Bob Smithley, who qualified deeper in the field, makes the race, it'll be the first time that three people from the same family, immediate family, will run in a race. Juan Sebastian trying to become the first Dominican Republican driver from the Dominican Republic to run in the IRL. His teammate, Gypsy Christie, failed to qualify. Then it's Reagan Orolki. Orolki, we're kind of surprised to be here. He's here after his huge hit in Germany. Alyssa Hart trying to make it first. She's the only RPL car left that has a chance to make it in. Let's put it like that. Tim Keenan, a kart driver. Floyd Bordell, the usual replacement over at Gary Snyder's team. If he can't make the race in this 98 car, it is suspected that he will drive the 60 if Zappa can make it. Chequez, a Formula kart driver. Carson Alex, this is his home race along with Jane Alex. They're both Naglorian, and they're both kart drivers. Alex, part-time kart driver. If you haven't guessed, Kart has a companion race this weekend. Jason, another kart driver. Lou Hemmington is a Formula X champion. Simpson ran well. Simpson's teammate did so well in the US 500. He's already locked in. Richard trying to help his Independence Trophy gain. Gorgonov, another driver, trying to help his Independence Trophy. Rick DeGraff is the reigning Formula X champion. And his teammates are already in the show. Bayona Varley is the final factory Toyota. Tessa Wolf is trying to make it into the field of a tall order. Same for Baton Stinton and Lance Templeton. If Templeton can't make it in and the 60 does, he's another candidate for that ride. Elisa Baptiste is a kart driver. Newgood has had a few strong showings this year, hoping he can change that. Lightning McQueen has made a mess of things in his limited starts. Smithley, like we mentioned earlier, has a tall order. And Trent Tartar is in the Jordan. His teammate failed to qualify. With all that being said, I expect a lot of chaos in this race. We saw some chaos in the time qualifiers. Don't know why we're singing the American National Anthem. Welcome to whoever just joined. And lights on, away we go. Nick Kane leads him off the line rather well. And that's not what I wanted, but oh well. There you go. 3 wide behind him. Mikhail Sokolov has gone past the first 2. Ox is all sorts of sideways. So is a black and gold car. I think that's scoring up, and I think we all made it through turn 1 fine. Yeah, we did. That's kind of surprising. 3 wide for 3rd. Top 6 making it into the show, I forgot to mention. Little wobbles, but nothing too major in the background. Baller holds 3rd. John Ox is going backwards rather quickly. I think they stuck a qualifying setup on that car and hoped it worked. Obviously it isn't. Pander swings it a bit wide, exiting Industrial Zone 7 and Selmy into the wall. And there we go. Selmy's around the back. So is Dave Grainer. Gets clobbered by a few cars but keeps it going. Looks like Selmy also keeps it going, but his chances of making the Grand Prix are kind of gone down. That makes sense. And it looks like we're all through. Fine, Industrial's in 7. Boys leaning on a roll key, entering this part of the track. Kane leads them though. So far, Gorgonov has some right-hand damage. I think Chequez does as well. 3Y entering the S's. On the first lap, Kane leads. We got several cars heading the pits. I think they have damage as Cook and Gorgonov. And Grainer, obviously. Several other cars. No one else is pitting. Let's take a look at what happened with these two. Wow, Reagan really blew that turn. Yeah, and Selmy looked like he got hooked. This is people pitting. Here's an overview of it. Looks like Selmy runs this turn a bit wide, scrapes the wall, and then tries to cover off Kaylee Zappa, which doesn't really go too well. So a rough start for the two-time champion. And looks like Carson Alex got damage from somewhere. Oh yeah, he did. And John Nugent has blown the engine. Yeah, Alex and Wolf both slid wide, but John Nugent has blown the engine, and that is going to be a caution. So not as chaotic as I think we all thought it was going to be. Here's Nick Kane leading him back to the stripe. Remember, top 6 enter or make it into the main event, and Kane leads Sokolov, Baller, Panders. Looks like Alex is going to get the 96 on the line. That's like 6th. We still have actually no, that was 6. Still have a long time to go in this event. They may have a lot of spots. Or Stinson, excuse me. Theo picks up, pace car picks up Nick Kane. No lap cars can get through because obviously none of them are a lap down. Yep. The 96, oh, that's probably why the 96 is going slowly. So John Ox's day is going from bad to worse. Not a good start, and that's probably why. Ox, Pennsylvania driver, has done quite well in the American Racing League, and Lou Grainer's blown the motor under caution. So it looks like Grainer was having some overheating issues, which is a shame. Akon has been having a tough streak of races recently. I think 4 straight DNFs. Or something like that. And he's not going to qualify for the Grand Prix. I'm expecting these cars to make at least 2 pit stops as we watch Grainer's engine completely annihilate on the side of the track. But yeah, we're expecting 2, maybe 3, or 2 pit stops. I think you said Tim Keenan. As I was trying to say before Grainer began running into people, we're expecting 2 pit stops. If you're really wanting to stretch it, you could maybe do it on 1, but you're stretching it at that point. No doubt there's a few takers. Ox, Boyd's in the pits. Okay. TRD gonna try an alternate strategy. Ox obviously in the pits because of the coolant leak. Gravis also in the pits. His teammate made it in. McQueen's in. A lot of cars in the back half of the field are pitting. McQueen, Tartar, Wolf, Templeton, Alex, Reagan, and Smithley. So we have a mix of strategies we're gonna have to keep an eye out on. Looks like they're all just topping off of fuel. Zero serving a penalty, maybe. 13 took full service, so we're gonna watch the 96 rocket his way through the field. That should be fun. And some we didn't pit. I don't think there's much they can do to that car to save it. Yeah, watch out. Gravis also. Okay, yeah. A few cars are taking gas and goes. Looks like the 37 also took full service, along with Kane. Or excuse me, not Kane. Nick Kane leads. The 6th pitting is going to put the 42 of Matthias de Wolf on the transfer spot. Matthias de Wolf, Formula X driver, as we mentioned, teammate to Dexter Wexter, who has been having a struggle. Prior to this year, last few years have been struggling. They keep on telling us this year will be our year, but they haven't really been close to winning. They have been the 3rd best car, though, but nothing really close. Is there anyone else blowing up precaution? No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like Nick Kane has set to take fuel to the green flag. Yeah, we should be fine. No one's causing chaos in the back. They should catch up in time. Nick Kane, the Canadian, Montreal, bringing his own sponsorship to that team. Probably is the favorite to go full-time, replacing Devin Butler, who, it's the worst kept secret in the garage. He will be out of a ride next year. Yeah, it's not going to catch up. But, anyways, Kane leads the field to the green flag. And away we go. Greg Pander's already trying to peek out of line, so is the Rolke. Sokolov holds station behind him. Looks like Pander's going to make the move on 3rd for Baller. Remember, top 6 make it in. And that last spot's being held by Matthias de Wolf. Everyone clear through the yeses. Sokolov going for the lead. Panders can't take 3rd. Sokolov, though, might take the lead. You can see James Alex making a move on the 21. And he will, so Panders goes wide. He's going to get freight trained by the 42. And here comes Cassandra Hendricks, who now puts herself into the qualifying spot. Any chaos in the back? Just Wolf, I think, off the pace from earlier crash damage. Kane making a look on the inside. A switchback maneuver on Sokolov. Both their teams are, both their Bennett Motorsports and Frank Walker Motorsports full-time cars have made it onto the grid, so they're trying to get all 3 of them on. Though they're doing that by bringing the top 6. It looks like Ivor Panders is falling backwards in a hurry. Everyone else clears this section as they go into Carver Street, or exit Carver Street, excuse me. Jaquez and Tannehill fighting, but yeah, Alex not going for 3rd on, Baller. Down into this S-bit. He's not going to have the run on them, and here it comes. Matthias de Wolf sliding that car around, but keeps it going. Hendricks is going to have a run on him. And Wolf is going to keep the door shut as we all survive. Yes, we do. Good clean racing in the back. Blemon made a move. You guys moved to 3 wide for what is going to be 7th. So Blemon's on the transfer spot. Rolke's falling back. Hendrick is falling back. Juan Sebastian's looking on the outside, looking in. Wolf makes a half-hour look underneath Blemon as they're 3 wide behind a Rolke. Woof. Again, another look underneath the 81, but nothing to it. Now, Rourke's looking, trying to get past the 42. 42 has the last transfer spot. I think I've seen that enough in the last 5 seconds. Hendrick runs turn, I think it's 7 a little wide. And I didn't research what you're talking about. As the through, Wolf keeps the door closed. And now, entering Carver Street. Rourke on the inside. And does not clear the... cannot make a move. And runs fine in the back, that's good. Came with Sokolov, Baller, Alex, Blumman, and then Matthias de Wolf has a hornet's nest behind him. Between Rourke and Panders. Entering the S's, it's still de Wolf's spot as Panders is trying to make a move on. Oh, contact! Tim Keenan, all sorts of out of shape. Does that think everyone else has survived? No, we don't. We have a crash. And Selmy's in another one, and so is Trent Tartar. Tim Keenan, though, we saw for a second, was all sorts of out of control. Managed to keep the car going. Let's see. Zappa and Chequez are fighting. Chequez gets loose, and Keenan almost to the back of him. And Ayapa and Selmy had another spin. You can see the background, actually. So did the Trent Tartar. So there were 2 separate accidents. See. And Selmy kind of throwing it in on Boyd, and they both run out of real estate. Nice save there, and I think Trent Tartar just lost it all on his own. Tartar, regular. Yeah, lost it all on his own, the inside of Dave Grainer. Hart and, yeah, Alyssa Hart and Brian Simpson make slight contact. Hart's coming back on Will Smithley, or excuse me, it's Bill Smithley. Hart, a lot of talent. I think he dropped his on the background, I'm not sure if you saw. A lot of talent between this 45 driver with the 45 car. She is leading the American Racing League points, so it's hope a lot of good things coming out of this drive in the near future. As Panders is making a move on Matthias de Wolf, but nothing to it. Again, top 6 make it in, and it's been fun to watch. Rourke has a run on Panders. There might be some cars pitting this time, considering half of them ran over each other. Rourke defends from Sebastian. Here comes Panders on the 42. And looking low, Wolf gives him the space. Panders says, "Thank you very much. I'll take 6th now." And this puts Panders into the last transfer spot. As that 20 car is all sorts of beat up at this point. Panders is going to set on Blumman. Wolf, I think, really needs to pick it up if he wants to have any hope of making this race. Meanwhile, Blumman is kind of having a half-hearted look on James Alex. To no avail. Here's Tim Keenan making a move, trying to make another move on Gabriel Chequez. Yeah. Gabrielle, the spelling's a little weird, but it is, we were told it is Gabrielle. Giving Keenan a hard time, which I think she should. She's a racing driver after all. Looking for the field, making sure no one else is having any mares. Bayona Barley, expected a lot of her. She's a factory Toyota. She's struggling to get around Pamela Cook in the 66. Side by side in this little right-hander. I think John Locke hasn't really made much ground, but he is running faster lap times compared to everyone around him. He's trying to make it look through wide, I think. Or at least he thought about it. Cars are pitting. So yeah, Alex and Blumman are pitting. I wonder how long all those cars pitted under caution can stay out for. Let's see. This is gonna put Juan Sebastian provisionally in the top 6. I don't know. He's obviously not gonna stay there because he needs to pit. Obviously. A lot of people are only taking right side tires. Interesting. Zappa making it 3 wide on. Looking to make it 3 wide on Hendricks and Rourke. Remember, if Zappa makes it in, she won't be driving the 60. She's already in the race. What she needs trying to do is qualify this car for someone else, which we don't know who that is yet. Neither do I think the team knows, to be fair. Gravis back in the pits again. And so is Boyd. I wonder why they pit under car. Anyways. Weird strategy over there. Don't understand why they're doing that. Back at the front end of the field. Let's see. Do you think Nick Kane's going to pit this time? He is running Kane and Sokolov. The only drivers to put their put times in the 1:29. I'm betting John Ox could as well if he wasn't mired in traffic. None of the top 6 pit. And Selmy's still in the pits for obvious reasons. Keen is in the wall again, run over by Richara. And oh, this is going to be bad. Big crash on the front. Stenton's in it. Hamilton's in it. Keenan's in it. Keep out. No, that's going to be a caution. They got cars parked in the front straight away. Caution is out. They got Smithleys. Both Smithleys are involved, which I think ruins any chance of any other Smithley making the race. And this caution might have just saved Alex, Blum, and everyone else who just pitted. Now, what on earth happened? Tim Keaton, the kart regular, I think may have had something to do with that. Let's take a look as the field races around. Okay, he's trying to make another move on Gabriel Chapuez. Messes up that turn completely, hits the wall, and then Robin Richard kind of just runs into him. And that's where Hamilton gets a piece of it, and that's where Bill Smithley gets a piece of it. Don't know where the 0 is at in this. Yeah, he gets a piece of it. Does he hit his father? No, he hits Hemington. You wonder if he couldn't see the 2 through the smoke and hit him. Do you have an onboard camera on the 0? Bob Smithley ran in the US 500 this year. Didn't go too well. On board with him now. So through the smoke, he's going to miss his father miraculously. Can't see, and, yeah. Next he got blinded by the smoke and ran into the back of Hemington. And he's having fun times in the wall, I guess. Yeah, Richard's going to bring that car around. This is going to help everyone who pitted. Cars hit the pit lane right as the caution came out as well, so running order is going to be a little jumbled up. Boyd and Graf both pitted. Only car one lap down will be the 20. And per rules on road courses, he's going to get the lap back. Don't know where he is on track. There he is. Hi, Alpha. There's Tim Keenan's car parked at the side of the track. I think the IRL has ordered him to stop going. Mainly because I think he's just leaking fluids over the place at this rate. Alpha and Selmy, I don't think is in any contention to make it at the transfer spot, but if there's enough carnage, hey, anything can happen. He doesn't have the pace. I don't think Richara has the pace. Richara is going to have a teammate in the name of Baguette Regazzoni. Come this race if he can make it. Ferrari has put in Aiden Jackson in the 28 and they've leased Regazzoni's contract to Alfa Romeo. It's an Italian team. I'm surprised they didn't get Scuderia Italia to run them. Excuse me. As Scuderia Italia is effectively the Ferrari B team. As everyone's jamming up here. Hamilton's done. Now be very careful, Alpha. Oh, I wonder if he's gonna pit. Yeah, yes he will. Oh well, we've been bombing again, I guess. Wait until everyone clears. I want to see who actually all pits, because I know a lot of cars through the pit lane. Cook stays out. So does Gorgonev. And McQueen, Charter, Alex and Blum both pit. I think they're going to top off their cars with fuel. Don't know why they're pitting again, unless they just going to try. I think they're just going to top it off and make it to the end. That kills their chances of making the race. Barley really didn't have a chance. See what Boyd and DeGraff do. Boyd hits the pits, and so does Graff. So we got 4 cars who don't have the freshest tires on track, I guess. Where did the 20? Here's the 20. So top 4. Cook, Gorgonev, McQueen, Tartar. And then Gase, who I guess didn't take off much of what Gase did. And then Baller. Or lean him out. For those wondering, if the 67 for some reason does get back on track, he will not get his lap back. He probably won't get his lap back because I think he's going to be way out of the way as the field sorts themselves out. Yeah, this is going to be a messy restart, isn't it? We're going to let the field catch up before we wave the green flag. Because obviously the field, we're not having 5 cars take the green flag, as the field is still a mess. Actually, most of the field did catch up. Oopsies. Actually, no, that wasn't even close. Alright, we're good. We're going to hit the pits, by the way, so running order might be a little more jumbled up than it needs to be. It's going to be fun. Tim Keating did go out of the race, ladies and gentlemen. No one cared. So I wonder if we're going to see the top. I wonder if we're going to see the top 4 pit. Top 3. My bad. He's controlling this jump the gun, it looks like, but it's fine. Can I, like, get the cars, get the pace car off now, I wonder? Please, Mr. Pirate. No? Okay. How long is a pace? It's about 2 minutes, we're fine. Okay, so. Ira Panders is in. As we stand, I can guess DeWolf, Sokolov, and Stinson, who's doing a very good job coming his way through the field. I'd like to mention that he has some front-end damage. Now that the field's mostly caught up, top 3 will pit, top 4 will pit. And what on earth? Okay. So I wonder if Gase and Stinton's pit. Wonder if they didn't get enough fuel. I'm not sure why they're pitting again. A little bit mindless if you ask me, but that just basically takes Stinton out and Gase out for that matter. And no, there's a cook near the pit. So Gase and Stinton basically knocked themselves out of a transfer spot. Top 6 are Baller, Panders, Kane, DeWolf, Sokolov, and Fred Jones. Be something if Fred Jones can come back and make his way to the US 500. McQueen also pitted. I think he was. I'm not sure why he pitted. She may have been up at the front runner. I don't know, actually. Anyway. Up on some, they pitted him again just to repair more of the damage on that 20 car. Don't think he was going to make it in after getting driven through on the opening few laps. But, hey, anything can happen. Dave Graner, there he is, #1 car. Basically all that remains for the Graner family, not for Akon A, Kyle West qualified on points. And John Ox had that cold leak early, was the top early transfer slot. He's up to 19th after being like in the rear of the field. So all is possible. He can make his way to the field, into the grid. Meanwhile, Christian Baller, is gonna lead the field to the green flag. It's gonna take a lot to hold the lead, but I think he just wants a top 6 finish. He's been staying inside the top 6 this entire race. His teammate already failed to qualify, that being Samantha Roberts from Green Bay, or that area. We're gonna see what this young Illinois driver can do. Pace car pulls into the pits. Yeah, it was caught this time. A lot better than they were the last time the series tried to throw the green flag. And here we go again. Kane are looking aligned, so is Fred Jones. Jones got a good run on Sokolov. I think Tanner is going to have something of it. This is the battle for the last transfer spot. Or not really. This is the battle for 5th, which then goes into the battle. Anyways. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Jones can't get past 57. Tannerhill might have a step. O'Rourke making a move underneath Juan Sebastian. And now a move underneath the 65. So nice move by O'Rourke. Panders is trying to make a move around the 69. Jones is trying to clear Sokolov again, as it's a battle for the lead, but I really don't care because the transfer spot's more important to me at the moment. As Wolf is making a move on Kane, so Kane lost a lot of ground on that restart. Sokolov almost wide. Don't think he hit the wall, but this is going to set O'Rourke up. A few cars do tag low in the background. Sokolov holds the spot. As there, O'Rourke is first on the outside. He's going to get freight trained by Simpson and Bordelon as they get on to Carver Street. Jones making a move on Fred Jones got a great restart as everyone makes it clear behind them. Sokolov holds the spot over O'Rourke. Baller still leads. Telpin making a move on John Ox in the background. Trying to get, and good thing Ox trying to get around Baptiste. Baller leads Woof, who's up in a second. Then it's Woof, Kane, Baller, Jones, Sokolov, who are all, as of right now, making the Gravis City Grand Prix. And Sokolov may say something about Jones being in front of him. As everyone survives the next few turns. At least this lap. Fred Jones really hunting down the 69. No, excuse me, Fred Jones hunting down the 69. Wolf hunting down the 69. Peters making a move on Kane. And Sokolov making a move on Jones. And Rourke making a move on Tanner. That turns off to a very nice opportunity as the exit Industrial Zone 7. The Sokolov can't hold it around the outside of the 86. Battle for the lead is developing. DeWolf versus Baller. Baller scrapes the wall a tad, but takes something of it, holds the lead. Kane gets a nice piece of the wall out of 7, and Wolf is going to clear up. And Tannerhill is closing in on Sokolov. Worth putting that out there. So this race isn't over until it's over. Though I think O'Rourke really wants to get past that 65 car, as Bordelon was on the paint. He missed it taking the turn wide. Yo, he did. He's trying to go around the outside with Juan Sebastian. Sebastian really didn't like much of that and forced him wide. I'm pretty sure if he forced him into the wall, it would have been a penalty. Wolf got past the 98, so I wonder if Gary Snyder is going to be protesting that one. 3 wide behind him. Oh, Charter's wide again. He's been having trouble with that turn all race, has he? James Out's making his way through the field as quick as he can. Keegan Reagan throwing on the inside of Lissar. These two racing against each other in the ARL. Hendrick almost hooks someone. And there's more bang and bang with Alex. Oh, crash in the back! Gase and Gorgon have contact. No caution, because looks like everyone's driving away. Okay, let's see. Gorgonov trying to make a move on Gase. Gase moves up the track, and Gorgonov just spins him out. Nice move, guys. Back in the front of the field, 21's gone past the 42. Top 6 remain the same. So Pander's turn to try to dislodge the 69 for the lead. I don't think it matters point position-wise, but it does give more prize money for the driver and the team. But I think most of these teams would agree. Please survive, keep the car alive. Pander's into the side of the 69 for a second. Probably giving all parties involved a minor heart attack, but we move on. Well, I don't think was too appreciative of that move. Wouldn't blame him. Anyone else not having any fun back? And now we're off fun and games. Okay. Just that minor moment. Again, we expected this race to be chaotic. I think we're fulfilling it. Now imagine 61 laps of this. Maybe they will use more of their brains. Who knows? We've seen dumber things happen in the IRL. Ball really slow, that turn. Wonder if he's starting to have mechanical gremlins. Pander's making a move on the inside of 69. I can guarantee you Ball is going to fight this position a little bit more harder than he would be otherwise. Don't think he was too impressed with that move Pander's put on him. Though DeWolf is going to take the 21 around the inside. Hit, Pander's hits the wall a bit. Scrapes it, nothing much. Gase is still going around the track. I'm pretty sure Gorgonov's pitting. Yeah, she is. The other one is running 24th. Not enough to, I don't think it's going to transfer. Probably won't, honestly. Orolki all over the back of Sokolov. If he can get past the 57, this will put him in the transfer spot and give him a better chance to run down Dolores Magical in the Independence Trophy points. Which we will show those, probably not in this stream, or stream race, but later. That's not close enough. And Baller still leaves. You can see Gorgonov's car in the pit lane after the damage, and yes, self-inflicted. That'd be the right term for it, wouldn't it? Now he's leaving the pits. Late caution, man, maybe a little too late for that now. Pander's past 42 again. Put him up in the second. Again, that doesn't matter when you're going to be going through no time. A little long pit stop on the 90 car, but they're repairing all sorts of damage. Actually, they ripped the front end off. Okay, that's one way of repairing. Baller leads. Sokolov really not being hounded by the 04, so I think he might want to start thinking about a defending from Orolki and not attacking on Jones, which I think he has done so. More focused on what's going on behind him. It looks like he's pretty good for the first two sections. It's just this final section, and re-entering Industrial Zone 7, that's been giving him a hard time. The reason why Industrial Zone 7 is so wide, these roads they use for semi-trucks. Which gives good racing, and they're pitting the 57. I don't know if that is scary. Oh, crash! Generals around the front stretch! Oh, look out, that's a bad place to be. Someone else is smoking. Several cars are pitting. This is scheduled, but we've had a spin on the front straight, and someone's blowing out smoke. Tanner's going, and it is Brian Simpson. And he is in a very bad... you should maybe get off the racing line. Simpson off the racing line. I think... this is a bad camera angle. Look out behind him. Rotura sees him, gets out of the way. Charter, oh, look out. That could have been bad. Everyone makes it through cleanly. What on earth happened? So we're going to have last minute pit stops, but we've had a incident. See what happens here. see, Tannehill's trying to hit the pit lane. Oh, Tannehill slides it way wide. And Simpson really nowhere to go. So, Tannehill's still circling around the track. Simpson... I don't think they're going to throw a caution for it, which is probably a bad idea. Top 6 now. If these cars don't pit, this is the top 6 that are making it into the Gravis City Grand Prix. I don't know if they will. That's the question. Did they save enough fuel? You could make it on 2 stops. No, Oroki can't. Does Floyd Bordelon is staying out on track. And this is his opportunity to make the 500 Grand Prix of Gravis City. Gravis City Grand Prix, whatever it's called. Tanner does not pit to repair the right-hand side of that car after pancaking the wall. Look how much faster that 57 car is. Might be a mistake to pit. They just did a splash and go on the 04. Does the 57 beat out Oroki? If there's more pit stops, this could be huge. He does. Top 6 all coordinated. Mine's Wolf and Bordon. Tesla Wolf trying to go around the outside of the 98. Can't do it. Dave Blumman sneaks his nose in. Wolf shuts the door. John Ox is fighting for all he's worth in the background against Reagan and Hart. So they're not all of this yet. But Bordelon, in case he doesn't have to, is fighting for all he's worth. Next time by will be 2 laps to go. We saw the same thing in the US 500 LCQ. Last minute pit stops determining the running of the qualifying order. We've seen a lot of chaos in this LCQ so far. You can always expect more. Baller doesn't have enough. He's forced to pit. So is the top 4, top 5. This is getting interesting. Yeah. Okay. Last lap pit stops. Last lap. Not last lap, but last minute. I guarantee you spent a lot of time fixing that 65 car. That car's been through a lot. Okay. And Selmy staying out. So, when Selmy pitted to repair the damage, this may have actually been a lifesaver. He is in front of everyone. So Roy Inc. might have just pulled one out from underneath everyone. Lots of splash and goes. Baller leads Sokolov. Sokolov's back in it. Panders is in it. Oroki's in it. Fred Jones is knocked out. So is the Wolf and Blemon as of now. We could always see, disaster. A huge stab to the heart by the 42 crew. Or is the Apple? No, the Apple's not locked down. Okay, so Selmy is now in. Followed by Baller, Sokolov, Oroki, Panders. Can Fred Jones run down Ira Panders for the last transfer spot? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. Fred Jones does have the last transfer spot. Kaylee Zappa's in 7th. So when Roy Inc. pitted the 20 into that last, was it in that last caution? When did they pit the 20? Whenever they pitted the 20, I think it was into the last caution. Nice call to whoever's in the pit box, and that was not their fact. No, they pitted him a while ago. Had to be during that last caution. Though that car looks hurt. Question is, will Selmy stay out? Baller takes the lead from him. No, he does not have enough fuel to make it. Oh, Oroki's in the wall. Kaylee Zappa is now going to have to hold off Lightning McQueen to determine who gets in, and that damage on the 04. Oh, that might cost him a last lap mistake. He's trying to fight Panders, but I'd worry about car preservation. What happened to McQueen? Oh, did McQueen have to pit? Yeah, McQueen pitted. Did not have enough fuel. So, Matthias de Wolf is doing everything in his power to run down Kaylee Zappa. I don't think there's enough time. He might have gotten snubbed by the pit stops. Also, hard break for McQueen. Sokolov and Oroki had the right strategy of pitting early. Meanwhile, Baller enters car retrieve a healthy lead. That's not really the battle we're watching. It's between these two, and it's not really a battle. Down in the final time, Christian Baller making another start in the Netherlands later this after this race actually. But his first start will be in the Gravis City Grand Prix. Around the next few turns. Welcome to the main show, Christian Baller. Bob and Mikhail Silgov making sure all three motorsport cars make it in. Arolk is going to have a chance to run down Independence Trophy leader Dolores Metrical. Ivor Panders is going to make sure all three Scandinavian sport cars are in. Fred Jones is going to have a chance to build his Independence Trophy Hall. And Kaylee Zappa. And, well, she's already in the show, but it's going to make sure someone else gets into that car. And valiant effort made by Matthias De Wolf had it until the last few pit stops. And Floyd Bordelon gave everyone a run for their money. Nick Kane. Also, what could have been? But also, last lap pit stop screwed him up. Full running order on your left-hand side, Christian Baller by over a second. And look how far, there's at least 3 seconds determined 6th and 7th. We hope you enjoyed the LCQ. We'll see you next time when the IRL does this for 60 laps for the main event.